Yeah. So I think everyone kind of uh, has a general sense that, like, India's overpopulated, Mexico City's overpopulated. Like some of these poor regions tend to be overpopulated. But what they're really kind of finding is,
Mm.
as in places where there's a high death rate, where if you live somewhere where there's a good chance your child will die, people tend to have a lot more children. And the Gates Foundation talks about this quite a bit because their initial approach was
Sorry,
trying to get
Gates
the
Foundation, right?
Gates Foundation.
Gates.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm,
yeah. So Bill Gates, you'll see him talk about
mm-hmm,
this
hmm.
quite a bit. But their initial approach was trying to give as many women access to contraception who wanted access to contraception. And what they some of the data was telling them though was like, if a region has a really high death rate of children, or that's these regions where there's the overpopulation tends to thrive. And they don't know exactly why, but I mean, if you live somewhere where you expect one child to die, you tend to have four children. If you live
Right.
somewhere you expect two children to die, you end up having six. So it's whether that's like conscious or subconscious decision making by the parents' part is, I don't know, but like there's pretty clear data though, where as you go into region and reduce the child mortality rate, you tend to also reduce the amount of children, or the amount of children people are having, the amount of babies people having,
If you
if that
do
makes
reduce
sense.
poverty, if you make sure everybody can feed the kids that they have,
It's
then they
and
tend
they're
not to have more than they feel they are
correct.
comfortable with, because
Yes.
then they do not feel like they need to overcompensate for like a curve of a death
Not
rate
hedging their
almost.
bets on not having children,
Wow.
or yeah. So that's really interesting. So it's like, it's really, if you want to have fewer birth rates or want to have less overpopulation, an important part of achieving that is improving the health for newborn babies, children,
Of course.
mothers
Maternal
during
health.
pregnancy, maternal health. So